Hi, I'd like to talk to you tonight about a software program I use called SixBit. SixBit is a program we use to list on eBay and Etsy. It also has programs where you can list on other sites, but tonight I want to concentrate on eBay. Our one eBay store is called JR Clocker. We have other stores and we can also list from that platforms of SixBit. But we really only ever talk about JR Clocker. We will sell somewhere close to 7,000 items on JR Clocker this year. We need a software package that will hold that together. I don't care if you're selling 100 items a month or 100 items a week. 100 items a month, you can do it by hand. But 100 items a week, you really need to be able to keep track of this, because if you're doing 100, you're probably doing it part-time. And if you're doing it part-time and you want to grow, the only way to really grow quickly and be able to spend enough time to source items, to photograph them, and then finally list them, SixBit is a huge help. Everything you do, you take the picture, you put it right into SixBit. It will even edit the picture for you. It will keep track of if you've ever sold this item before. It will keep track if you've ever sold to the buyer before, which I know you guys may not think that that's a big deal, but it actually is a really big deal. When somebody can send me, somebody just sent me a message. It was on the day, it was the evening just before an auction was going to close, and he wanted to make a bid. And so he asked me if I could change the shipping to from global shipping to regular first class shipping. He lives in Canada. But he didn't say, "Hey, Jim," because if he would, I would have first thought, like, well, we must have done business together. But he didn't say that. And he didn't sign off by saying, thanks if you can do that for me, Brian. Or thanks in advance, or whatever it is. Anything to give me the kind of clue that, he purchased from me before. And unfortunately, I can't read minds, but SixBit sure knows. So I take his username, I plug it in, do a search, lo and behold, this guy buys a lot of stuff from me. He may buy once every 3 months, but he's been buying for I think 4 or 5 years. So, so I don't see his name popping up where I would recognize it. And also, we sell to so many different buyers that, I would probably, unless somebody's really hammering. I know I have customers that really hammer the shop all the time, and they'll buy 30 items. I turn the kajing off on my phone because sometimes it comes in and I thought I just got hit by a Tommy gun. But anyway, I hope that happens to you guys a bunch of times, by the way. But anyway, this is the deal. I looked it up. He bought a bunch of stuff for me. It was the next day after the auction closed when I saw the message. And lo and behold, he had bought it. Now, he probably bought it because he figured I'd work with him, because he was a customer of mine before. And a lot of my customers know. People that they don't ask me if I can combine shipping anymore. They know that I'm going to combine it and they're going to get a refund. And so, but SixBit helps me do this. It also helps me say, okay, Sam's bought 3 items just like this from me before, and I did combined shipping. What did I charge him? Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so he paid for the packing material and all that. By the way, we don't do free shipping. Shipping is never free because somebody always has to pay for it. Otherwise, the post office would go out of business. FedEx would go out of business. UPS would go out of business. So to give somebody the false hope that, oh, they're getting free shipping, and what they're just paying for it in the price. And we don't have to do, we're a niche thing. We don't have to do free shipping. They don't want to buy from me. They can go try to find it somewhere else, which, we're in a really, really kind of a niche market. We sell antique watch and clock parts. We sell broken antique watches and clocks, and we sell the parts and tools to fix them. That's what we do. Anyway, so that's over with. But SixBit is a strong program. It does all my tax information. It does all my profit and loss reports. It does all my COGS, cost of goods sold. It does, it keeps track of if I buy it from this auction house, and what's the lifelong history of buying from that auction house. I have places where I've been and I'm sitting at an 80% return on investment. Every time I buy from them, if if I spend $1, I get $8 back. So, that's, which is, by the way over 80%. But our model is $1.50 for every dollar we spend. Sometimes we make it, lots of times we don't. But anyway, that's our model. But our model is, I could get into our model, but it's really not important to this video. SixBit is what's important in this video. And you go, well, I don't need that kind of thing because I don't, really do it seriously. Yeah, then you don't need it. But if you're really trying to grow something, grow your business, really this takes, the more time you get to photograph, write the ad, source the inventory, the more money you're going to make, because SixBit will do that. And they have a 30-day free trial. Just try it. They have great videos at their website talking about their SixBit program. Go, it's on YouTube. Go take a look at them. If you want to, go to SixBit.com, SIXBIT, one word, .com, and look for their videos. Go through, watch their videos. I want to fill a gap where people that watch their videos and maybe not get it all. I'm going to take it from a consumer point of view and try to fill in some of the gaps and make it a little bit easier, the little tricks and things that I've learned over the years. I guarantee you I don't know everything about SixBit, but I can guarantee you I can get you up and rolling. And by the way, it's not going to cost you a dime. Subscribe, that would help. and I'm not doing it to monetize the YouTube, channel. I'm just doing it because I'm 63 years old, and I've been doing this for 20 years, and I'm really good at it, and I just want to share my knowledge. I mean, that's what we do. I have a 26-year-old son that's going to be taking over the business, and this is a $1 million business that's it's going to be 2 years from now will be twice as big as it is right now. So anyway, but the point is, I'm not steering you wrong on SixBit. Once you, let me give you a little history of why I went to a program. When I started back in 1998, I was said, hey, I'm going to give this a try, and I kind of learned, and how to put the HTML into the ad, through eBay. And it's like, it's driving me crazy. It's like, I think it takes so much time to do this. Back then, you had to, embed your pictures in the code in order to get pictures on. Back then, it wasn't a requirement to have a picture in your ad. Now it is, but back then, lots of ads didn't even have pictures, kind of like, it was a board. That's what eBay started out as, a board. But anyway, then a guy came up with the idea to make a program that would, kind of like, well, a lot of people don't understand the internet versus the web. The web came along and made it user-friendly for everybody to use. That's basically what the web is. Anyway, but it's, make windows so you could see, be visual learning, and make it easier for the person to, they don't have to write code. The software writes the code for you. That's all changed because, TurboLister came along and they kind of did the same thing, but didn't really work. And then eBay got rid of TurboLister. Well, the first program that John put out was Auction Assistant. And now they said it came out in a floppy disk at first. That was right before me because it wasn't out way before I joined. I got a CD. I still have that CD. And I should kid because I'm sure eventually John or somebody from SixBit's going to see this video, and I'll, one of the videos, and I'll flash up Auction Assistant because we laugh about it all the time. Their customer service is very, very good. They have some huge clients. I mean, big clients. Big corporate clients, but they started back when there were no corporations selling on eBay, and it was all single users, like me. I had a clock shop. I was trying to make some extra income, so, I started selling on eBay, and I was back in the Wild West. Things were crazy on eBay. But I got this little program, and it was a one-time deal. All I have to do is pay for it, and it's turned into a subscription service now, but I can't complain. I really can't. They're always up. They always get the updates like the same time that eBay puts them out, and I get to see stuff that's coming early. So I pretty much know all the time what's going on inside of eBay and what their trends are and everything, because they put out little newsletters right on their website and stuff in the client area. So they keep us pretty much up to date. And every time you turn on the program, there's a section right at the top in the first page it opens that says, hey, here's some things that are happening. Oftentimes I don't read it. I should, but I don't. and they're updating software all the time because eBay, for some reason, thinks that they need to change stuff all the time. So, but anyway, that's enough of that. I got a little ad to the end of this video that's talking about being able to, this guy that asked me to change the shipping. What I ended up doing, his name's Brian. I put his name in, and yes, he's a very good customer, and so what you're going to see is the page on SixBit that shows him and some of the stuff that he's bought. But I just wanted to emphasize that, that's a strong tool to know your customer, to know who just or is trying to buy. Let's say somebody's making an offer, and I had something up for $125, and they're offering me $100. And I go see if they've ever bought from me before, and oh, lo and behold, oh yeah, Petey's bought a bunch of stuff from me. Yeah, I'm going to discount it $25. Thank you, sir. Or Debbie, she buys art supplies from me all the time. Yeah, okay, let's do a deal. Anything I can do to help her out? Maybe I'll throw a couple extra things in. Customer support and customer awareness and customer relations is the biggest thing that you can get out of SixBit. So anyway, so this guy, his name's Brian. He contacted me. I missed it. The auction closed. He won it. He's waiting for an invoice, hoping that I can get it, which I can't, get it off global shipping. And so I send him a message, say, Brian, no problem. I'm going to have to cancel the sale. I will relist it as a buy it now for what you bid on it. And when you bid on it, all of a sudden you'll notice that global shipping went away, and that I've set up and I'll tell you one really cute thing that happened. You're going through this and really, it's a heavier piece. I'm not used to shipping heavier pieces to them. So I guessed at the shipping, and I said, it's going to be $25. And so he bought the item. He paid the $25, which was a lot cheaper than what he was going to have to pay. He paid the $25 for shipping, and then I ended up sending him a refund. What was that refund? It ended up being a lot less. I ended up sending him a refund for $7. And that $7, and so what happens is, and I told him, I said, hey, I just took a guess. I was trying to get this done for you fast. I just took a guess. Here's $7 because it wasn't, I guess, high. But customers appreciate that. They appreciate the interaction. They appreciate the honesty. I have so many people. They'll message me and they'll say, it's really nice to see an honest guy selling on eBay. And that's what we try to do. We can be tough, but we're honest. And that's what keeps buyers coming back to me. 35% of our sales every month are from repeat buyers. That's pretty good. Anyway, we're going to go over to the other page now, and this is just basically a screenshot with me talking over. And please subscribe, come back and see us. We're going to be talking a lot about SixBit.